I'm sure it'll be fine.
Please.
Give us a chance to explain.
No need. I already know what I'll tell the other maesters.
Meaning?
Lord Seymour was the leader of the Guado before becoming a maester.
You're not letting us go.
Let you go? Lord Seymour would never forgive us if we did.
Wait! Wait! Jiskel's sphere! We can show it to them!
You mean this?
Hey!
The Guado take care of Guado affairs.
This is why we hate Trump.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Run!
Kamari. Kamari is the quietest and yet coolest character. When he talks, you listen. Oh, wait.
You've really done it now. I'll buy something just in case.
Oh, Wako. Looking after us. Yeah, I love the, how the song, like, builds up during that scene. It's really good. Look at all these sphere levels we got from Seymour. Yeah, Trommel's really cool. He's one of those characters you love to hate, but you don't really have a reason to hate him, and then they finally give you a reason to hate him, and you're like, yes. Finally, I can hate him. Like, have a reason to. Yeah, I never noticed. I never noticed how important it is that Trommel says, like doesn't let us send Seymour. It's a really interesting little detail that I never really thought about. That's already the first, like, hold on, something isn't right here. We got Kira. Alright, so there's a level 4 sphere here. And it's blocking accuracy 4, HP 2, evasion 4, luck 4, HP 2, agility 4, MP 40. So, like, really good nodes. Especially luck 4 is, like, insane. But a level 4 lock for that isn't really worth it. At least not right now. Also, I'm sure I don't have one. Get those to way later. Yuna just got some amazing stuff. Magic Defense 2, Magic 3, Magic Defense 2, Cura, MP 20, Magic 4. Agility 4. Wow. Pretty nice. Also, this is the end of Titus's. Quick Hit is the last thing he gets. So if you have a level 3, you could take Yuna backwards through Titus's if you wanted. She could be a second Titus instead of a white mage, starting now. Be kind of interesting to try. She would start with Quick Hit, she'd be like a god. Is there a way? There probably is a way to get a level 3 sphere grid, or key sphere by now. I almost want to try that on a playthrough. Get Yuna to this point, and then get her Quick Hit and start going backwards through Titus. She would be a monster. Just because in this version, Quick Hit is so good. If you did it on the remaster, it wouldn't really be as great, but Yuna could unironically be the strongest character if you did that. Level 3s are rarer than level... Yeah. But I wonder... I'm curious if there's a way to get one this early, if you go out of your way. There probably is. I'd have to look into it, though. We got our first Buster ability. These are like the other abilities that Waka have, but it's like 100% hit, like it always gives the ailment, but it only lasts 2 turns, I think. So if you really need an enemy to be darkness, like for a specific turn, it's really good. Wow, really that late? That's crazy. If we had a level 3 now, we could give Waka Flare. This is the end of Lulu's. So we could take Waka backwards through Lulu's. Turn her into a black mage. Turn him into a black mage that starts with Flare. I'd be curious to see if you had a level 3 key sphere and you taught Waka Flare right now. I wonder how much damage it would do. Like, would it be better than an Aura spell? Given how low Waka's magic stat is. Actually, it's not even that low. It's only 8 lower than Lulu. His is the highest in terms of physical hitters, other than Kamari. So actually, he'd be pretty freaking good with Flare. Ooh, just got a bunch of magic there. Actually, got Kamari quite a bit of experience. I've been kind of using him. Just throw in another character when my other characters are low. What's this? Holy. So this is the end of Eunice. It's weird, like all the characters pass by the endings of other characters' grids all around the same time. If you cheated some level 3 sphere grids into the game here, like if you were doing a fun playthrough on a modded version, you'd have some really interesting characters. Yeah, you could just stop moving till you get a level 3, but if the guide that Mavic read is correct, you don't get one until Defender, who is a very long time away. Okay, so there's a little detour here you can do for 200 HP and 3 strength. I'm gonna pass on that. I might take Kamari down that route though, but Riku don't need it. The HP is kind of nice, but the attack is not worth it. Is Riku the most broken character in all of Final Fantasy? If we're talking like just straight mechanics, broken or not broken, and we're not taking into account like where you are in the game or something, I would say Cait Sith is the most broken character in the series. But Riku's up there. The thing is, Riku is extremely good right now, but she's not broken. You don't have the items for her to be broken yet. You have to go get the items, then she's broken. She's just very, very useful right now. Cait Sith, on the other hand, I don't even remember how you unlock slots. I think it's like, I forget if it's you have to kill or if you have to use your limits. But it does not take long. I mean, take 15-20 minutes grinding out his limit to slots, and then he immediately can one-shot anything in the game. So I would say, if we're just going, you know, going by that, he's the most broken. I don't really have any fire stuff. Let's just do something random. Silence grenade. Map. Okay. What did I say? Riku isn't broken yet? The most broken character is Realm because she'll break your cartridge. True, true. Oh, Calmlands? Yeah, I mean, that's still quite a while away. Well, you could. I mean, I've beaten the whole game with no sphere grid. You could certainly just wait to level up for a while. Make the next couple sections pretty hard, but then you could do some funny stuff. Also, I don't know how early on you can get teleport spheres, but I think they're called teleport spheres, the ones that let you go. Or no, I think they're called return spheres. Return spheres aren't super rare, and they let you go back to any node you've previously unlocked, so you could just keep going, and then once you get a return sphere, go back. But if you waited, then once you got that level 3 key sphere, you'd have like 50 sphere levels to go through, which would be really wild. Wacko! I haven't checked my equipment in a long time. I probably should. Oh, someone had an interesting question about the weapons. I'm curious if anyone in the chat knows, because I do not. I've never tried it. But does anyone know how these weapons work? This one actually is not. Those are two different things. But the ones that literally do opposing elements. I don't know if I have one. No. But you know the ones that do like lightning and water, or fire and ice? They're literally two opposing elements. Do you know how those work? Do they do normal damage against things, or do they get the double damage on both water and fire enemies, or like how does it work? I'd be curious to know. I've never used them. Do I keep Stone Touch? 100 Sphere is good. Keep Stone Touch. This red armlet is so good. Keep it for like half the game and still be useful. Wow. Silence proof and 3 empty slots. That's pretty epic. Stoneproof is pretty nice too. And that. This is why I survived the the cannon shot. Because she had magic defense plus 5%, and she already has a bunch of magic defense. Otherwise, I probably would have game overed there. Ooh, Silence Touch. It gets every benefit and drawback of the elements. Well, then it would just do nothing then. If it did double damage and half damage, then it would cancel out. And it would just be a useless weapon. That's why I feel like it probably does something different, because, like... Well, even be the point of having it. The best on the weapon? That's what I was thinking. So, like, if you attack a water flan with a thunder water weapon, or rather, yeah, thunder water weapon, then the thunder would do double damage and the water would not do anything. So it would just do double damage, I would imagine. And if you fight an enemy that doesn't have any resistances or weaknesses, then it just does normal damage. Soundless Scream is a terrifying name for a weapon, I agree. So I can do something else. Oh. Let's see what I could put on this really good armor for Lulu. Sleep Ward, SOS, MP +5, HP +5. Nothing too exciting, but these just take items that I can get anywhere else, so why not? Let's make her a pretty dope armor for a while. These are kind of meaningless, like, what's 3% really going to do for me? Yeah, pretty nice armor for Lulu. Soundless Scream sounds like a hardcore emo band. So the characters don't come out and say it, but I love how they kind of give us some interesting insights into the Guado. It's like, okay, Trommel didn't want us to send Seymour. That's suspicious. Trommel broke the sphere. That's obviously, like, okay, he's an evil guy. And then now, the regular Guado are summoning monsters? Why? Why could they do this? But the characters don't really, like, comment on it because they're worried about survival at the moment. It's interesting. Give me that potion.
Farewell.
It's best. So, we, I won't spoil it yet. Okay, go through the screen first. Hey, Bush. Yo, what's going on, Narco? Kid said doll just chilling. Yeah, when you're in a state like this, the characters don't have victory animations. Just kind of stand there. Just kind of cool. Cool little detail. They did that in plenty of the past games too. 7 does that.
Get out of the way!
Ooh, looking epic standing there. Yeah, it's a good shout, Kalia. I agree. So I guess they just have this guy with them. They hired him, I don't know. Just have a friendly Wendigo. So what I was gonna say is, when you get through the Macarena Forest, you fight the Spheromorph. Then you walk 2 screens and you fight the cannon. Then you walk 2 more screens and fight Seymour, Anima Seymour. Then you watch a cutscene, go 2 more rooms, and then fight this boss. So it's like 4 bosses back to back to back to back. So it's an interesting, very exciting part of the game. And they all have different gimmicks and mechanics. They're not just 4 bosses. Can you not? So, I believe Darkbuster is a big win for this fight. They cast Protect in their dying breath. Hey! He showed me. What? I must have stolen from the same guy twice on accident. But this section of the game really shows off how good the boss design is. 4 bosses back to back. They all have really cool, unique gimmicks that are not, like, easy to get it. Like, you do have to know what you're doing. So I like this section a lot. Take this, auto potion. What? I'm not amused. X potion. That's his rare drop, I think. He took it, now what? You know what? Why not? I think. Weaknesses. Hey, welcome back, heroes. Stop it. Out. Oh. I thought he was still alive. Like, what? Alright, so. Here's a fun little thing you can do. Remember those sleeping powders I stole earlier? Unfortunately, he has shell, but it'll wear off. Also, reflex is really good. Forgot about that. If you cast reflex a couple times, I bet you this dude can't hit you. Anything else fun we can do? I don't really know a lot about spare change in this game. Don't know if it's any good. I should have waited to throw that. Horse. Horse, of course. I could have summoned Shiva, but we've only summoned Ixion once. And he's cool. Yeah, it's a good, thing to keep in mind. It doesn't just ignore defense, it does fixed damage. Let's see. Probably dead. If I guard, I won't get my thing. Negates all spell effects. I wonder if that gets rid of Berserk. Probably not. Let's try it just for fun. Didn't get rid of Protect either. Yo, Nut, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you. Think of the 69, Siri. I was not sure about that. Oh, it did get rid of Shell and Protect. Actually. Having two characters with use is freaking busted. Like, as long as they're both not out at the same time, I can get that clutch use anytime I need it. So now we're doing the big damage. If I wanted to be even sillier, I could put haste on everyone. He could probably get slowed too. Easy fight. When to go smash. We got a cactuar. We gotta check that out after this.
Praise be to Yevon. That's what I would have said, if I was a follower of Yevon. We were all there, and in one piece, even if I had a headache from wondering what was in store for us next.
So many save points in this part of the game. Boss, save point, boss, save point, boss, save point. There was like 3 save points in the temple. There was one outside, there was one, well, on the way out of the temple, there was one in the temple, outside the temple, and then right before the Wendigo, there was another one. And then there was one in the inn, 2 screens later. Alright, let me get some more coffee. Alright.
What now, I wonder?
What now? You act first and think later, don't you? I mean, can't you be a little more responsible? We're all depending on you, you know?
A lecture?
No. Just a suggestion.
You should place trust in your friends. But you can't expect someone to protect you all the time. You would do well to remember that.
Is that a lecture?
It's advice.
I like how Orin says you can't trust people to protect you all the time, but that's kind of what we're doing. We're guardians.
Young summoners are magnets for trouble.
We're under the lake ice, aren't we? Look, that's the bottom of the temple.
It looks like a ship. It's like an airship.
We've fallen a long way. So now we're the traitors that killed a maester.
That's us.
Hey, Waka, would you cheer up? Look, we only did what we had to do.
It doesn't matter. Don't you see? I've always walked the path of Yevon. But now, I'm a traitor. How could this happen? Damn!
It's not Riku's fault either.
Huh? You don't know how I feel. Wonder what the Aurochs are doing now.
Yeah, see, we're definitely still in, like, Waka's gone completely off the rails mode. Like, he doesn't even blame Seymour. Like, there, not even a single part of the fight, the aftermath, or even now, is he saying, like, man, how could Seymour do this? What happened to Seymour? What? Nothing. He hasn't even, like, said the word Seymour other than he yelled Maester Seymour when he was talking to him. So he's still completely off the rails. Hasn't even really accepted the fact that Seymour is evil. Also, Eunice taking a nap. Looks nice.
I'm sure Uni's okay. She's breathing fine and all. How are Lulu and Waka?
Well, Waka's in shock. Can't blame him either. And Lulu, well, she's just the same as always.
She's so together. All grown up, I guess.
I guess.
Well, just give me 5 or 6 more years.
Can you not?
So, Kamari, how do we get out of here?
Okay, first of all, I wanted to throw out the fact that Riku immediately asked how Waka's doing. That's really nice. Like, I think they're really pounding home the point that Riku's the good guy in all this. Past that, can we not have Riku do that ever again? Really, I'm starting to understand, like, when people were saying at the start, this game's, like, oddly sexual, and I was like, I don't know about that, but I'll keep a lookout. You've convinced me at this point. It's kind of scary. Third, the way Titus walked away there was hilarious. He was like, whoa, okay, whoa, let's... Let's calm that down a little bit.
Hey, don't change the subject.
We climb.
Kimari too.
Only those who try will become.
Huh?
I think he means you have to work hard if you want to be like Lulu.
Oh, I will.
Kimari think Riku should stay Riku.
Huh? Hey, are you saying I'll never be like Lulu?
Did you just step on Yuna?
Kimari!
How can you laugh at a time like this?
Yuna?
I wanted to confront Maester Seymour about his father, Lord Jiskel. I wanted to convince him to turn himself in to Yevon's judgment.
That's a terrible idea, Yuna.
In exchange for marriage?
Yes, if that's what it took.
So, what did Seymour say?
He didn't say anything. Now I don't even think it was worth it. I should have told you what I was going to do.
Enough! Dwelling in the past is futile.
Hey, you don't have to say it like that.
You want to waste time listening to her regrets?
You don't have to say it like that.
Our immediate concern is Yuna's pilgrimage. Are you willing to go on?
Yes. But
Yes.
then, do you think Yevon will allow it?
The Faith are the ones that give power to the summoners. Not the temples or the teachings. If the temples try to stop us, then we will defy Yevon if we must.
Whoa!
I can't believe you said that.
Sir Orin?
Count me out. We have to atone to make up for the sins we have committed. Of course, it's not like I ever liked Maester Seymour, yeah? No way I'll ever forgive him for killing Lord Jiskel. And for trying to do us all in two, you know? But still, the bunch of us going against Yevon? No way!
But still, we have transgressed
Nice camera angle.
and must face our punishment.
We must go to Bevelle. We must speak with Maester Micah and explain what has happened. There is no other way, I think.
I agree.
Sir Orin,
So it is decided.
will you come with us?
I am the troublemaker after all.
Yeah, that's right. You can always count on Aaron to complicate things.
Yeah.
Nice camera angle
Kimari
again.
roars and Orin runs off, and...
I never asked you to follow me.
Hey, but that's what friends are for. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
Huh?
Friends, huh?
Man, how can you all act like nothing's wrong? Must got nerves of steel or something.
You're too edgy. Listen to the hymn and calm down.
Imagine having friends. Yeah, I think this is kind of a cool transition from like we're all guardians and just doing our jobs to like really being friends. Because at this point, like, we've gone against Yevon, and so the only thing that's going to keep us in this pilgrimage is like being friends. Because we're not really, like, in a way, we're not even like guardians anymore, you know? Because we're not really, like, at this point, we're traitors, technically, so it's more of our friendship keeping us together, so it's cool that they kind of say that. Orin's outburst there is really interesting. What do you guys think about that? Because up to this point, I feel like everything that Orin has said has been, like, perfect and justified and, like, yes, let's listen to Orin. But that's the first time that they really go against Orin. And maybe Orin was kind of wrong, in a way. Like, I mean, I guess, no, he's not really wrong, but he speaks out of turn and says, like, we're just going to go to the temples and pray to the faith, and if anyone gets in our way, screw them. And the rest of the party disagrees. And it seems like specifically once Eunice says, let's go to Bavel, he's like, okay. So no matter what happens, he always goes with Eunice as the final word, because in the end he is a guardian. But he makes his opinions known there, you know, like he says this is what we should do. It's kind of interesting, kind of a different look at Orin there. That's not normally what he does. I also wonder why he cuts off Yuna there. It's kind of weird. Like, yeah, I mean, he has a separate understanding, and there's a reason that he says, let's just go against Yevon, but the thing is, that might have actually been the wrong thing to do. If they just went to the temples, I mean, just to think about that. If they just went to the temples, like, without worrying about anything else, I mean, I guess they do that in the end, but they have to fight, like, everyone at the temple to get through, while the Guados still are chasing them, and, like, they wouldn't even go to Bavel and, like, go through all that, so I don't know. It may have been the wrong choice here, even though in the end it might have worked out. I think the biggest telling thing there is Yuna is trying to finally say, like, I was wrong, and I should have told you guys, and she's kind of like, there's a big development there with Yuna's character, where she finally admits that she shouldn't do it alone, and she has to rely on them, and should rely on them, and should trust them. But halfway through her admitting this, Orin cuts her off and is like, who cares about your regrets? Which isn't really fair. Like, in my opinion, he should have been more, like, supportive. Especially, I mean, even if we're just saying, like, he's a guardian, he just wants to defeat sin, I still think the right move there is to, like, let her say her piece, because in the end she was saying, like, I need to trust you guys more, which is going to help them defeat sin. So it's interesting that he cuts her off there. I don't think that was the right play, you know. But I think it seems like he's overcome with emotion at this point, which is weird for Orin. But I think he's worried about everything and what's going to happen with Seymour and stuff. So I don't know, maybe a break in Orin's character there. Normally he's calm and collected, but he's obviously upset during that. He's getting too old for this.
Is that coming from the temple?
Yes, it is Yevon's gift. It soothes the hearts of the faithful.
Say, you feel something weird in the air. Some kind of bad vibes or something.
Nope.
I thought so. I really feel weird.
Who is that singing?
The faith.
Oh.
Oh.
The faith? What? It can sing?
Of course it can. Don't be a fool.
You know what's kind of funny, too? I think that scene with Orin there kind of fits young Orin a bit more. It's almost like his young personality coming out. He was much more uptight before. Kind of, yeah, it's interesting.
Friends, huh? First time a non-Albed called me that. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee.
I don't remember this. Okay, that's pretty great.
I'm sure that Maester Micah will listen to us.
Hee.
I'm sure that...
This place smells different now. Can Mari not know if this good or bad? Can Mari feel no danger? Can Mari feel no danger? Can Mari feel no danger?
What is the direction of this line?
Can Mari feel no danger?
Kamari, feel no danger. Kamari, feel no danger. Needs to be a dubstep drop. Kamari, feel no danger.
Jack used to sing this song.
Yeah, over and over. But not this good, that's for sure.
Another trait you share.
What? You were listening?
Oh no, here it comes.
Jeez, can't I get a little privacy?
Your singing reminded me of Spira.
Oh, right. You're not originally from Xanarkand, are you? You homesick?
Maybe.
Say, how'd you get to Xanarkand anyway? Sin? Uh-huh. I thought so. That proved it. Sin was the link between Xanarkand and Spira. Which means, if we kill Sin, I'll never be able to go home.
We should get moving soon.
Yeah, sure, let's just climb out of here. That'll be easy. Well, let's go and see Mark.
The singing stopped.
Dead.
There's something here.
The ground.
Well. Sin's like, hey, you guys stuck? I'll help you out.
Sin!
It's a terrible
toxin,
cutscene, by
watch
the
out.
way. Oh, not the toxin. Of all the things, like...
It was then I knew that Sin really was my old man. For the first time, I was finally able to believe it. The song you were listening to. What is it this time?
On drugs, please. I got too close to Sin's toxin and,
Xanarkand. Ah, you homesick too?
I miss Blitzball.
That's not your world anymore. You're Sin now. Hey, I'm older now, you know? I know. You want this to end, I'll find a way, promise.
Second time we've woken up in water. Oh boy. This song. So, man, I really love the dynamic between Jecht and Titus. Like, Jecht being Sin just throws in so many great scenes and really, like, pulls the story together and pushes it forward, and it's just a really great mechanic. I like that scene a lot. I feel like we really get a look into, like, Jecht's mind there. And for a moment, you kind of think, like, man, could Jecht's position, like, being Sin and trying to get Titus to come defeat him, and it's like, it's sad. Like, saying that that's a rough position to be in is kind of an understatement. I really like Titus's line where he says, I'm finally able to believe it. The delivery of that line is really good, and I really like that part. It's kind of ruined by the part before that, because it's really stupid. Like, okay, first of all, that cutscene that just shows Sin in a body of water. Like, you can't see the temple, you can't see the characters. It's like they didn't know what to do for that, so they just, like, use the... It's like when you watch a Godzilla movie, and they didn't have enough footage for something, so they use, like, the stock, like, Godzilla just standing there. Like, that's how I feel with that. It's just Sin in water, and they just play that. They're like, well, that fits, I guess. I don't know. And then Lulu is like, the toxin, watch out. It's like, Lulu, we got bigger problems here than the toxin. Why are you mentioning the toxin? That's, like, so random. So that scene's kind of weird, but the rest of it's good. Also, someone in the chat, I think it was it Siri? Who was it? Someone said, like, the design of Sin is so good. And I totally agree. Oh, Miami said it. Yeah, man, the design of Sin is so cool. I like it a lot more in the Operation Mi'ihen. I think that's, like, the best showing of Sin, with, like, the really cool shield and when they shoot the gun and how he just, like, shock waves and kills, like, everyone. It's like, that's a really, really epic part. The part where he breaks Kilika is really cool too, but I think Operation Mi'ihen is, like, the peak of the Sin animations. Then again, there is the final one, if you know what I'm talking about. The one near the end of the game that is, like, incredible. But we'll get there. But yeah, I agree. Sin's design is super cool. It really does give you this feeling of, like, Godzilla monster. You know what I mean? It's not this, like, normal Final Fantasy villain or monster. It has this Godzilla feel where he just kind of appears and destroys cities and leaves. And the fact that he's always in the water too, it's just, like, scary. Yeah. Kaiju vibes, for sure.
Where am I?
Which, I mean, makes sense.
I forgive you this time.
When you think about it being a Japanese game.
Okay?